What is up, Arrow Nation? I am Arrow Wender, and I hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome to the 11th episode in the season of Dual Commentaries. And who is my guest today?
It's DarkDayRises, my friend.
Indeed it is. Now, Dark Day Rises, I think we actually have an excellent topic today because I am really excited about this particular topic, the PlayStation 4. Now, the first little point we want to discuss is, Dark Day Rises, what do you think the price of the PS4 is going to be?
Well, depending on what kind of games are going to come out for it, I think it should cost like maybe $350, right around there, maybe $400.
$350, yeah. I really cannot see Sony like charging $500 or $600.
$700 last time.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
The PlayStation 3 was definitely overpriced. If they tried to do that again, I could see like the Xbox 720 or whatever the next one's going to be called, just easily winning the next generation.
Yeah, since they're gonna have all the information that the PS4 has, and they could just upgrade on that. I think they did that for the 360 too.
Yeah, I definitely see. Yeah, Sony not doing that again.
Well, they just did it.
All right, yeah. Okay, so the PlayStation 4, that's its official name. Do you think that's a good name? Because it was for a while like codenamed Orbis, I think, and well, I don't like that name, but like the thought of it being the PlayStation 4 doesn't really sit well in my head. What do you think? Do you think that's a good name for it?
Well, it's kind of generic, but I guess it's the best name they could come up with, since people with the PlayStation 3 will be like, oh, what's the PlayStation 4? And they're like, oh, it's the Orbit, and they didn't know, and they might have not bought it because of the name. So I guess the PlayStation 4 is a pretty good name.
That's true. What do you think about the, this is just a side note, what do you think of the next Xbox? Do you think it's actually going to be called the Xbox 720?
I think they could call it that, or they could call it something else, like, I don't know, the Xbox Z or something kind of weird. But if that's Xbox in the name, I'm pretty sure it's going to sell just as well.
I know right now its codename is Durango, which is completely out of left field as far as I'm concerned. I don't know why you would call it that.
I don't know. They just call it weird names so people wouldn't find out, but in the end they just call it the same thing that everyone was guessing.
Yeah. Now, we've kind of just covered like the basics of PlayStation 4 and stuff like that. I'm really excited for what we might be able to get in terms of games. Dark Day Rises, what is like the biggest game you are looking forward to for the PlayStation 4?
Well, other than the Call of Duties and games like that, they announced 4 games, which is like Final Fantasy, Watch Dogs. I'm forgetting the other 2. They were pretty much shooters. But from those 4, I'm pretty much just gonna buy Watch Dogs. Just from those 4. But they're obviously gonna have more, so I don't know what to expect until I see them.
I think for me personally, I'm like super excited for the potential of a Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, before we started recording, you told me you've never played Kingdom Hearts. I love that game, and the third one is still not out, and Sony, you need to get on that. Meh.
Yeah, actually, I found my Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core in my garage, and I've just been playing that a bunch. It was one of my favorite games, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think I had Crisis Core. I never actually beat it. I should get around to that.
I never beat it too. I kept losing it every time, but I found it. I'm gonna beat it this time. It's a really good game.
I think for our last final topic before we hit the outro and everything, Dark Day Rises, what do you think the Call of Duty franchise is going to do in the next generation with the power of the PlayStation 4? Are we just going to get a bigger COD, or is it going to change? What do you think?
Well, I'm not sure what they're going to change, because usually they don't really change that much about the Call of Duty franchise. They just like add a few things. But Infinity Ward is usually the guys who make the engine and all that, so I think we could be expecting a new engine, maybe a new look in Call of Duty.
That would be nice. I think Call of Duty's starting to look a little bit dated. I'm really excited to see what they might be able to do with the brand new power of the next generation.
Yeah, they probably have just a lot of new maps, have a lot of maps inside the game, and bigger zombie maps and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool to see.
But I think we have just hit the outro, Dark Day Rises. So everybody, I'm so glad you came and watched this video. If you loved it, please leave the like button. If you hated it, hit the dislike button. Tell your friends, tell your amigos, tell your buddies about it. Share the word about this awesome series in Arrow Nation. And Dark Day Rises, why don't you go ahead and talk us out?
I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Airender, for having me on the show.
No problem.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.